Hello, hello. Good morning, and I'll just wait a sec. It could be working, it doesn't. Ah, there we go. Good morning, and welcome to Thursday, the 18th of December. Oh my gosh, so we've only got a week till Christmas. A week till Christmas. But Saturday, we have is it Saturday or Sunday? Monday. Monday is the equinox. I should be ahead of my time, shouldn't I? All right, so let's see whether this is going to work today, huh? I was talking to someone yesterday, and it is definitely proven that it is not my internet service that stops Facebook from working. It's just that Facebook doesn't work. All right, and you know what? That's a perfect segue into today. So, in the words I've written, are you feeling the urge to break free of the mold? All right, there are expectations and things that we just do automatically, and maybe you're just getting irritated or not feeling the same way about things anymore. So it is definitely a day where we are assessing how we're going, all right? So currently right now at 8:30, we have the moon sextile Pluto. All right? So the moon is now in Sagittarius. It's at around 2 degrees of Sagittarius. Oh, there we go, Sean. This is now your lunar return. So, good morning, Jody. How are you? So nice to see you. Good morning, Alicia. Good morning, Christy. All right, so you're currently right now, if you're sort of feeling anxiety or like a little bit of an unsettled discomfort, I just sort of noted that this sextile to Pluto. A sextile is where there is an opportunity available to you, but Sagittarius is our philosophy, religion, our higher awareness, our educated guesses would be because it's about higher education. And Pluto in Aquarius now is that desire to transform and give to the many, it's about the masses, it's about our future intentions. So I just sort of sitting here and I was like feeling this feeling, and I'm like, what is that? But then I noted what I was thinking, and I'm like, oh, there it is. There is that desire to break free of the mold, or the how it's always been. So it is time to say goodbye to something that you once loved, all right? It might just not be serving you anymore. And there is a reason and a season for everything. So if you're getting to the point where you're feeling the need to say goodbye to something, say goodbye with love, or, try and sort of work out, how did you get to this point? Okay, I'm just going to go with the words now in my brain. All right, so how did you get from the point where you loved it to the point where you now feel like you need to disconnect from it? Was there enough uh, interaction in between of honest feelings? Like, can you identify a point in time where it started to veer off onto its own course, potentially? All right, so breaking free expands your perspective and lights you up as a beacon so that others can also find a path. So no matter what you need to do today to heal, do it. All right, so whether that is decision making, conversations, even like I said, just higher awareness of situations at hand, honest conversations. Honest conversations can be really difficult, like when you really just want to say, look, this is how it is. But the people on the receiving end are so in themselves or so in their own heads, they don't have ears to listen. They don't have eyes to see what's going on around them because, maybe their heart is hurting. Hurt people hurt. Like, so, that's when you need to break free of situations, resign yourself to something in your mind, and then just step back carefully. Actually, I just saw a meme, and it was of a guy on his car dash had, don't look at her Instagram, don't message her, just go home. So he was in the process of disconnecting from a breakup, obviously, or maybe a girl that wasn't reciprocating his feelings, but he had put measures in place to make sure that he was reminding himself that's not where you want to be anymore. So that just lined up perfectly, and it was a great analogy for what I'm sort of trying to say. So So yes, so now currently we only have the moon heading towards Mercury. All right, so yesterday I was showing you or saying to you that Mercury is currently back in a place that is considered its detriment. All right, so it rules Gemini, loves Gemini, so curious, and oh my God, so much information. But um, Sagittarius, even though it's in its detriment, it's because maybe it's because it gets loftily lost in its dreaming, or it's constantly looking up and not concentrating on what it's doing. Shiny things all around the place. So maybe your focus is a little bit off today, but with that moon heading towards Mercury, which is at 9 p.m., maybe all right, going into it, maybe if you can identify the feeling while it is heading towards that mercurial mind space, it might be just that much easier for you to understand what it is that you need to disconnect from, say goodbye to, or, gives you a new perspective on the situation that's at hand. Potentially, of course. Now, after 3 o'clock, the moon does start to square the nodes, which is interesting because that's when the universe steps in. All right, so those nodal paths are the heading towards comfortably sitting in. The south node is where we comfortably sit. We're just doing what we've always done. All right, so the north node is that one, the yearning, the golden thread that the universe is pulling us along to, say you can get here, you can do this. And in Pisces, it's that spiritual perspective, the subconscious rationale. So, heading out of Virgo, where maybe you've got a strong inner critic, moving to a place that your spirit can be free. I don't know, I'm just again saying the words that are in my head. So after that 3 o'clock mark, that might be sometime when the tension makes itself aware, or the feeling becomes more. It doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing. I just think it might be a little bit of a signpost, or a street sign that's sort of saying, here is what you're feeling, move towards that way. All right, so now as far as everything else goes, let's just click the button again. Good morning, Michael. Mwah, mwah. How are you, baby? So as far as everything else goes, we do have the sun coming up to conjunct Venus and Mars. All right, so the lovers are coming together. Now, although the sun is also in conjunct Uranus, all right, so Uranus is a major player in the new moon on Saturday. And yesterday I was saying how much of a restless energy it is, all right? So we are now in the Sagittarian energy. It is a Sagittarian new moon. But I mean, like I was saying, today, right now the moon's at 2 degrees. The new moon is going to be at 28 degrees. So that's why we've got all day tomorrow, all day today, tomorrow, and then it's at 12:40 on Saturday. So just follow these thoughts and, the dreamings that you have, contemplation. It's part of the bigger picture. This is definitely not a quiet new moon. We might be in a dark space, but again, this dark space, right? This dark space here, what do you believe? So, the seeds of intention that we are planting come with a jolt of electricity of Uranus in Taurus, which is making us feel this discomfort. All right. So, this feeling that you have, it's very, very relevant. So go with the flow. All right. So, yeah, like I was saying, also Venus and Mars are going to do their conjunction or their cazimi. I just saw a sky map. Now, so the sun in the middle, Venus and Mars are actually on the opposite sides to each other. So from Earth's point of view, they are in conjunction, but they're in conjunction, so that would be a superior conjunction. They're not at the same place, they're at the opposite place. But anyway, Bath, astrology, it's weird. All right, what else is going on? That's pretty much it. Let's draw a card. I've only got these ones here, so this is what you get. Venus, all right, so Venus in Sagittarius. On Christmas Day, she goes into Capricorn. She gets all like boss mode on Christmas Day. So right now, while you are shopping, because Venus rules money and things that we love, she's in a, oh my God, that's awesome. I'm going to get that because that's so much fun. So she may have some regrets on Christmas Day when she looks at her bank balance or her list that she wrote prior to it being in Sagittarius. she didn't achieve any of those things. So just be aware when you are, if you still have things to buy, is it practical? Is it rational? Because they're the words that you're going to be using on Christmas morning. So she's currently in conjunct Jupiter in Cancer. Neither here nor there. I don't think she's as social as she could take it or leave it when it comes to social interactions. Actually, I think that's pretty good. So if you're not feeling, silly season, if you're not feeling it, don't do it. It's okay. And she is also square to Saturn. All right. So there may be a little bit of a restriction in your buying habits at the moment, which is a good thing. And also trine to Chiron. You cannot buy, sorry, I was going to say it. You cannot buy people's loves with presents. All right. People want connection. They want belonging. They don't need gifts. All right. If you are present for someone, that is the best present ever. Just to remember that one. And Mars not doing anything. All right. So let's draw this card. What's going to be the perfect card? This one. Ooh. Oh, it's the guppy one. All right, hang on. Beyond your fears, the weaver's dance. Oh, I like that one. All right, so we've got a bit of a leopard there and a guppy and some sort of alien being. But let's see what the card said. That is card number 30 for those that like the numbers. Definitely got this anxiety feeling in my gut. I don't know about anybody else, but I can definitely feel the energy of the day starting to grow. All right, the negative effects of prolonged fearful thoughts. Moving out of fight, flight, and freeze and being courageous in spite of your fears. Oh my God, this is perfect. This is that moon in Sagittarius, all right, that higher awareness that we have, moving towards Mercury, all right, so, and the moon Pluto right now. Absolutely perfect card because it is identifying the feelings that are associated with the thoughts, and the thoughts are the things that need to be transformed. All right, so beyond your fears, the dream weaver's dance, weaving the beautiful patterns of your life into the great weaving of all life. Fear, although a worthy self-protective emotion, engages your fight, flight, and freeze response. This trauma response, which also includes submit and cry for help, is not meant to be sustained for any prolonged period. Perhaps you've experienced something in your life that has had you constantly on parole. Your brain is in survival mode, always seeking potential threats, trying to keep you safe, but also cutting you off from your connection with spirit. It is hard to move past your fears if you've been conditioned to expect the worst. Your inquiry is now shining a light on the idea of, Alicia, false evidence appearing real, rather than actually worthy of fear. Take several deep breaths and release the catastrophe in your mind. There is nothing to worry about. Allow for what is to be what is. Now is the time to trust life, to trust yourself, and to trust the universe. Release your fears to the divine and step forward. You might feel vulnerable, maybe a bit exposed, but you will regain your confidence and sense of humor quickly. Now dust yourself off, stop ruminating, take a media break, and gaze into the field of potential that surrounds you. It's about where your attention goes, isn't it? All right, I absolutely love that one. So it absolutely fits well. That fight, flight, and freeze is potentially another version of the anxiety that you're feeling. These preconditioned ideas, they're residing, they're the beliefs, Sagittarius, that sit